South Sudan is facing a hunger catastrophe. The effects of civil war and natural disasters are compounded by an influx of refugees fleeing the conflict in neighboring Sudan.
South Sudan is one of the poorest countries in the world. A combination of extreme weather patterns, from floods to drought, as well as fighting and insecurity, has led to a hunger crisis. It's exacerbated by the flow of refugees fleeing the conflict in neighboring Sudan. Most are South Sudanese returning home.
What we need is food. The immediate support we need is to eat to be able to survive.
They arrive here in the border town of Renk, hoping to find shelter in camps or transit centers.
People, as you see, arrive with very little, if anything at all.
The World Food Programme says more than 7 million South Sudanese are malnourished, with 2.3 million of them on the brink of famine.
Indeed, the food security situation in South Sudan is not looking good. And as already mentioned, issues to do with the prolonged flood, and also we've been having drought in part of the country. So this has made it extremely difficult for the population to be in a position to do normal farming.
It's an extremely serious crisis, and the country has been dealing with crisis on top of crisis on top of crisis, as has already been pointed out. Economic shocks, which started during COVID and have just continued to worsen throughout, and now we have the conflict in Sudan as well, which is pushing people across the border into a country that's already facing critical food insecurity.
And obviously, the people bearing the brunt of that are South Sudanese. I do think South Sudan has a long road ahead. Obviously, it'll start to address its many issues, but it'll be a very a long road. And it is unfortunate that we're already seeing South Sudan's friends pull out and essentially leave it to its own.
All right, well, we have run out of time, so we're going to have to leave the conversation there. Thanks so much to all of our guests, Angelina Nyajima, Alan Boswell, and Gemma Snowden.